caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Myers connects on the PAT, and the route is on here in this first half. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This will be taken short. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now Carlos Hyde gears up to take the field again. He's just been looking for some space. I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about him.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Watson. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. The Texans on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 11. Back to throw, Watson rolling to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or two short. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They start the drive with Lynch. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. A carry now for Lynch. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. This is Lynch. Ten yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Check 41. Bring it.
On 2nd down, it's Lynch. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Marshawn Lynch with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half, as his guys continue to pour it on. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And a route is on here in this first half. Just a 4-play drive that time. And polishing it all off, Marshawn Lynch with a TD run. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Set to take over again, Deshaun Watson and this Texans offense. In 2nd quarter, they're down big already. He's struggling as well. They've got to find something here. He's got to find something on this drive.
And sometimes you take on all that extra pressure on yourself, and maybe you have to disperse it a little bit. Lean on some other people, lean on your teammates, find someone who can take the pressure off and get the ball in their hands for a while.
Or this, if he doesn't, this is getting out of hand, or it could get worse. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. The extra point now coming from Myers. And the route is on here in this first half. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Now a look at Will Fuller as he and the rest of the offense gears up to get ready to go again. You would have to think they're going to make it more of a priority to get him the football. You're losing here in the second quarter, and he's been really quiet.
I think all we have to do, and it's too bad we can't actually see the actual play sheet now from the coordinator, because he's looking.
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. We now proceed to the start of the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on third down. Watson now to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Brad McDougal. Still staying on his feet. Are you serious? And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line. Still's the intended target. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They'll run for it with Lynch. Fights free yet again. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. Lynch, the lone man in the backfield now on second. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. Bernardrick McKinney muscled his way in for the sack. In their mind, certainly a field goal try would be a letdown. They had the great starting field position. And he will not be denied. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This will be taken very short. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. Out comes a Houston offense as they get set to take over here. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Jordan Thomas, the one he was looking for. And it's third down. Throwing on third down, Watson. And Stills bringing it in. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They'll get 11, but still. Fourth down. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Houston. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Now it's Lockett. A 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 11. Here's Wilson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Jonathan Joseph there on the coverage. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Wilson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. And an alley to run. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds.
Now, that was a whole lot of open space out in front of him, wasn't it? I'm telling you, Brandon, when things are going right, they are going right.
And everything has been going their way for the most part. I saw that lane start to develop. Boom. He took advantage of it. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. To throw again on second down. Wilson, and he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The linebacker, Zach Cunningham, there defensively to make that play. Wilson. This defense tried to do its part, active hands on that play, but their offense hasn't given them much to work with.
So they're not going to worry about it. On their side of the ball, all they're concerned about, can they create some scoring opportunities and help out that offense?
10 yards and a Seattle first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 39-yard line. He's going to take off with it. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 in the first. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson looking for the end zone. Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Now it's Wilson being chased out left. Now he'll pull it down, and he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. Back now in Seattle, Washington. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on second and goal. Here's Wilson to throw. Forced out to his left. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done.
And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. So another score there. Often you talk about the three phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a fourth phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This will be taken short. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10, right at the 30.
Let him go.
Out of the gun, Watson. That's caught by his tight end, Jordan Akins. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Flushed out right. He'll run it. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
Normally we're talking about a quarterback duel where they're matching each other pass for pass. How about the footwork in this one? Both of these guys running the ball well.
Yeah, they've mixed in the run game. You're exactly. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
Good job, D. Good job, D.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Taking it right down Broadway. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon as his guys continue to pour it on. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
And now out comes Houston. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. The Texans on third down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Watson. He's got his tight end. It's Fells. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it.
Now a first down throw. Watson rolling to his right. He's going to take off with it. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jaron Reed picks up his second sack of the afternoon. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
Let's go, D. Let's go.
Watson. And his throw here's incomplete. They were searching for the tight end, Darren Fells. But now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now it's Watson. And that is incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When you go to the... Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Now Myers for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on. Get it done.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. 3rd and long. It's Watson. Finding Fells complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's good for 28 yards.
Drop deep, drop deep. And go.
One last throw here for Watson. It's complete. Stills. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.